Good evening to all of you. It really gives me immense pleasure to stand before you to meet you all and welcome to the noble profession. I take this opportunity to thank the Chancellor of this great Vinayaka Mission Law School for having invited me to come and take part in today's first graduation day. Dr. A. Francis Julian, my elder brother, senior advocate of Supreme Court of India, Mr. Suresh Samuel, Chief Strategy Officer, Rajasekharan, Winfred Chelaya, Famina, Associate Dean, Dr. Anand Padmanabhan, Dean of this Vinayaka Mission Law School, faculty members, more importantly, the graduates, parents, special invitees, dignitaries, present media, ladies and gentlemen. As Dr. Rajkumar has mentioned, it is going to be a red letter day to all of you. After completing your painstaking effort, many challenges, all the graduates have successfully completed your course and today you are going to get your convocation. Many of you must have chosen some good offices, either in the trial court or in the high court. I wholeheartedly congratulate you for having taken so much of pain to complete the law course here. And I equally greet the parents for having given all the important support to the graduates to come here and study in this great law school and to get the degree convocation today. The first Vice President of India and the second President of India, Dr. Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan, he mentioned the teachers and the students are going to be the future pillars of the nation. Yes, of course. We may not be able to get back yesterday, but the today's students, today you have completed your law course and you are going to enter into the noble profession. As a former judge, former acting chief justice of the Madras High Court, as a member of the legal fraternity, I wholeheartedly welcome all of you to come to become part of the justice delivery system. I welcome all of you to come and become iconic figure in the noble profession. I wish you all the best to become a legendary lawyer in this legal profession, to get away so many menaces which you will be facing in the times to come. When I mentioned to you that you are welcome to the noble profession, many people will say even teachers are also belonging to the noble profession. Some doctors will also say that they also belong to the noble profession. Lawyers, in their argument, they also say that we also belong to the noble profession. Why? If you look at the reasons given by the teachers to claim that they belong to the noble profession, if you look at the reasons given by the doctors to claim that they also belong to the noble profession, and the justification going to be given by the lawyer to say that they also belong to the noble profession, it will be more interesting and important. And I would say the reasons going to be given by the lawyer that they belong to the noble profession has to be accepted in no minute. Teachers will say, when a student comes to the school after completing 5th standard, at the age of 5th or 6th or 7th, we mold them, we shape them into a scientist. We make them as a physicist. Today we are seeing the lights. Without the civil engineer, he would not have built up wonderful towering buildings. We would not have built bridges. We would not have built multi-story buildings without the engineers. We create engineers, teachers say. Doctors say, when a patient is suffering from a dreadful disease, we must have seen during this COVID-19 pandemic situation, 19, 20, 21st of this year, 2 years back. When a person is infected with COVID-19 pandemic, even the parents will not be able to accompany the patient to the hospital or a clinic, but doctors, we receive them at our life. At the risk of our life, we treat them and we give them life, we save them. Therefore, we belong to noble profession. Nurses also say that we also belong to noble profession because the doctors, they come and prescribe the medicine, they go away. But we have to live with the patients, we have to sit with them, we have to remove the injuries, and then we have to treat them, we have to give them medicine, we have to properly, timely give the medicine. We are in a way living in the ward, therefore we belong to the noble profession. But the lawyer turn comes and he says, the lawyer belongs to the noble profession. And he says that let teacher claim that he belongs to noble profession. Even if the doctors claim that he belongs to noble profession, let them belong to noble and nobler profession, but the lawyer's profession is the noblest profession. You know why? We don't build towers like the engineers. We don't treat the patients like the doctors do. But we do more job, better job than the teachers and doctors and also the engineers. We take away the burdens of the doctors. We help them release their tensions from all the complex issues. When a husband and wife are fighting, father and mother are fighting, for no reasons or for any other reasons, matrimonial problem, when they approach the lawyer, they find out the reasons, ultimately they unite the husband and wife, father and mother. So we help them to reduce the tension, release from the tension life. Take the case of even the teachers. When they are not able to get promotion, where they go? They go to the court. They meet the lawyers. They cannot go and file a petition directly in the courts. They have to meet a good lawyer. And the lawyer will have to do some research. Ultimately, they file a petition and get relief, saying that the suspension order is innocuous order, wrong order. They'll cite reasons. They would say that the promotion has been stopped for 10 years, 5 years, say side reasons. Ultimately, the teacher, poor teacher, gets back the promotion. Therefore, we help the teachers to relieve from the tension, and we give them peaceful life, peaceful atmosphere to live happily in their life. Therefore, we belong to noble profession. And then two more reasons the lawyers say. We lawyers are not here only for the purpose of getting you the anticipatory bail or the bail or the stay order or the injunction order. We do more jobs, better jobs than these things. We are guardian of the temples, they say. We are not only guardian of the temple, we are guardian of the even idols, missing gods. Explain. When today, temples are all fighting with each other. One temple's property has been taken away by another temple. Look at it. Very peculiar case, interesting case. One gentleman appearing for one temple will be saying that, Lord, this Varadaraja Perumal temple is having 10 acres of lands. The Tahsildar has issued the patta for 10 acres of land, saying that this Varadaraja Perumal temple is the owner of the temple, owner of the land, 10 acres. But this another temple which is having adjacent to the Varadaraja temple has encroached into the land. Ultimately, on the basis of the parent document, on the basis of the revenue certificate and the pattas issued by the Tahsildar, the lawyer will be placing the case of the temple before the court. The court will be deciding. Varadaraja Perumal temple is wrong, please get out from the place, and then the small temple will be entitled to occupy the place. And who will be doing that? The credit will go to only the lawyer. Therefore, the lawyer will be the guardian of the temple. The doctors cannot do that. Teacher cannot do that. A very interesting case came to me when I was here sitting in Madras High Court. During this Rapattu, Pagalpattu, 20 days this celebration takes place in all these Vaishnava temple. Tirupati, in the Tirupati Devasthanam, every year they conduct this Rapattu, Pagalpattu. Even the same Kanjipuram, Varadaraja Perumal temple also, they celebrate this Rapattu, Pagalpattu, this 20 days program. Look at the very interesting aspect. During these 20 days Rapattu, Pagalpattu festivals, I am just talking about the importance and the value of the lawyer. I am not telling you the story. The message behind the story is that lawyer is considered more than the temple. Therefore, you have to follow me carefully. Now, what happened? When the celebration is taking place from the day one, it has to end after 20 days. Small temples, small gods and angels living around this Kanjipuram Varadaraja Perumal temple, they also used to come to the Kanjipuram Varadaraja Perumal temple, and the people, the devotees, the persons who are carrying the deities, also they come and stay in the Kanjipuram Varadaraja Perumal temple for all these 20 days. The Kanjipuram Varadaraja Perumal temple has to make arrangement for their food, for their stay, and for all other things. 10-15 temples nearby this Kanjipuram Varadaraja Perumal temple, they have carried their deities. The small gods and angels have also come to visit. Why? They come here during this festival to pay respect to the chief Vaishnava temple, the chief Perumal. Vaishnava is the chief god in Vaishnavam. So when these small gods and angels living around this Kanjipuram Varadaraja Perumal temple, they are all visiting, one of the angels, manavala mamunigal, who is also living just 5 kilometers away from the Kanjipuram Varadaraja Perumal temple, also came, and the people carried. They left inside the temple. Unfortunately, what happened? The Manavala Mamunigal angel, his date of birth falls during one of these 20 days. The Revati Nachatram is the day on which the Manavala Mamunigal was born. Therefore, the temple authorities of this Manavala Mamunigal, they were making a oral request to the authority, the Kanjipuram Perumal Goyil temple, Varadaraj Perumal temple trustees were approached with the request that the Revati Nachatram falls during one of these days. Now the Manavala Mamunigal deities have come inside. Please allow Manavala Mamunigal angel to go back to his own temple, because there his own devotees will be waiting to do some pujas. And there the Manavala Mamunigal will have to give darshan and bless them also. After staying there for one day, he will come back. Please allow us. The Kanjipuram Varadaraj Perumal temple authority said no. Once you come inside, after 20 days only you can go back, otherwise we will not allow, because the rituals will not permit. Problems have come up. They went to the joint commissioner of HRNC. Ultimately they came up with a writ petition. Fortunately, I was sitting in that particular portfolio. Look at the very interesting aspect. Two giant legendary lawyers, Parthasarathi on one side and B.T. Kobalan, the former Additional Solicitor General, on the other side. He was B.T. Kobalan, Senior Counsel, he was Additional Solicitor General, he was appearing for the Manavala Mamunigal. I was asking, what is this Rapattu Pagalpattu? You have brought both this the great Kanjipuram Varadaraja temple to this court. Why are you? You don't have any other word. My lord, your lordship, kindly see the very pathetic situation. They are creating unnecessary problem. This Manavala Mamunigal, they don't know anything about it. Please, you hear us now. Look at it. They say, they complain. One God doesn't know the practice, the other God does know the practice more. That's a problem. After hearing the parties, due to the paucity of time, the arguments advanced by the Manavala Mamunigal side cited that the Kanjipuram Varadaraja Perumal does not have any authority to detain the Manavala Mamunigal inside their temple. They don't have any other authority, any other power. They do not have authority. Look at the problem. Who will be solving the problem? Only the lawyer has to solve the problem. After hearing the parties, I upheld the arguments advanced by the lawyer advocating for the Manavala Mamunigal, and I said that I passed an injunction against the Kanjipuram Varadaraja Perumal temple, saying that, see, look, if Lord Buddha, Lord Jesus Christ, Nabigal Nayagam, if they join together, after discussing, after meeting, after sharing coffee, after enjoying their presence, when they were about to leave, they will shed tears because they may not be able to come back to see once again. They will be exchanging their love and affection when the different religious heads are going to grieve, regret for their separation. Why you don't understand your own, in the cyber sect, why you are unnecessarily fighting within yourself? I just mentioned, ultimately I allowed the repetition. I said that the Manavala Mamunigal is entitled to go back from the campus of Kanjipuram Varadaraja Perumal temple one day, on the day when the birthday falls, and then after going to the Manavala Mamunigal temple, he is entitled to come back, nobody can stop it. Who has done it? Of course, the judge has done it only on the basis of the argument advanced by the lawyer like you. So therefore, the lawyer will stand apart from the temple. Yet another very interesting aspect, a lawyer has to know. I was sitting in another day, a public interest litigation was filed. Very interesting aspect from Tanjavur. The public interest litigation, the grievance of the petition raised, Lord, in our temple, I don't want to mention the name of the temple, we have the Maragada Lingam, Shiva, Maragada Parvati, Ganesha idol is also made up of emerald green, Maragadam. Murugan is also made up of this Maragadam. My Lord, all these four, Maragada Lingam, Maragada Ganesha, Maragada Muruga, and Maragada, this, Parvati, emerald green, are missing from this temple. The gods are missing now. How do we get back the god now? A judge has to appoint a high-level inquiry committee headed by one IG. You all people must be knowing about the one famous IG. Headed by the IG and then to be assisted by other DSP, SP and other people. Look at it. The people went from India to UK in search of these highly valuable idols. They went to US. After a long time, they were able to trace out and brought back to India. And with the permission of the court, the Ganesha temple, Ganesha deity, missing one. The Murugan deity, that was also missing from the temple. Lord Shiva, Shiva idol, Maragadalingam. Parvati idol, they were all restored back into the temple, and then all these missing idols, missing deities are all giving darshan to the people now. It is possible because of a lawyer filing a petition to the High Court and able to take efforts to get back the missing gods, even to get back the missing god, like the missing men, missing children. You have to work for so many interesting issues, and you must be ready all the time. So therefore, what I am saying is, your role doesn't end only for getting bail order, doesn't end only for getting anticipatory bail order, doesn't end getting only injunction order, stay order. Your roles are different. Not only that, your roles are very great, unimaginable roles. You are a person, you are going to stand top of all. We all know that the world is, the universe is made up of Panjabhutam. You are a person, a lawyer, you will have to work for the preservation of the water, the preservation of the air, the preservation of the space. Who will be, whether doctor will be able to save the space? No. He will be filing. Look at it today, how the time is changing. 10 years back, 15 years back, you can't go to Delhi. Therefore, Dr. Francis Julian has very conveniently shifted to Chennai now. Complete pollution. Nobody will be able to survey over there. I'm just in a lighter vein, I'm saying. See, petition has been filed saying that, see, we must get away from the diesel, we must get away from all the vehicle, they are polluting the atmosphere, polluting the air, polluting the water. Who will be doing that? Who will be thinking that way, in a positive way? Only the lawyer. So we say that the universe is made up of the Panchaloham. Air, water, space, earth, Agni. And who will be preserving it? Today, see, in 1992, the Supreme Court has taken up this case and then they passed an order. No auto shall be allowed to run by using diesel. Today, no auto three-wheeler is running anywhere in part of Delhi, and today you can just breathe green or fresh air. The same thing has come to Tamil Nadu. And here also, we are not allowing any vehicle to emit pollution, emit all these, the carbons. So the responsibility of a lawyer is every day increasing now. You have to think about it now. And more importantly, I must say that every discipline has been specialized. Many of you may not be knowing, I must tell you that National Company Law Tribunal, National Company Law Appellate Tribunal, people are not going inside. This is the only gold mine, I must tell you. You must get into practice in the National Company Law Tribunal. In the beginning, you may not be able to know, but you will understand after some time. I tell you very short stories. There is a person called Demosthenes. How you can become a lawyer? I can just tell you and give you wonderful secrets now. See, you must first of all understand who is an advocate. An advocate is a person who is arguing for others. Why? the others are not able to present their case before the court. You must understand. You must know how to speak properly. I have been seeing, and I have seen, lawyers, they come, they don't know what to speak, how to speak. Therefore, you must understand that a lawyer is the one who is an advocate. An advocate is a person who is going to argue, speak for others, number one. Reason is because others are not able to speak before the court. Number three, an advocate is a person who speaks for others, who is not able to speak for himself, and without using the force. Very recently, what happened, a lawyer has let out his house. He let out his house. The tenant refuses to pay rent. Ultimately, he filed an eviction petition. When the eviction petition was going on, inquiry was taking place. Inquiry was going on. Ultimately, 1 o'clock intervened. The lunch break intervened. The judge was to go inside. The judge was retiring into chamber. There was a commotion between the lawyer because the landlord himself was a lawyer. He was cross-examining the advocate, the client, inside the witness box. There was a heated exchange. He had just, bet the witness. What happened? Although he had a wonderful case, the matter was complained to the judge. The judge directed the Bar Council of Tamil Nadu to register a case against the lawyer because he should not have misbehaved, at least inside the court. And then what happened? The matter came up. Ultimately, I had to argue the case before Supreme Court, before Kare. With great difficulty, we pleaded. And then we said that out of emotion, he has done it. Look at the antecedent of the tenant. The gentleman did not even pay even 11 years the rent. Therefore, he went out of the way, and then he has just rose his hands. Ultimately, it has intervened, and he has complained. Taking advantage of this, he has given a complaint. What I am saying is, you are supposed to speak, you are supposed to present your case without using the force. You must keep it in mind. And you must also know how to speak. Socrates once said to the young Greeks, before you speak, you must know two things: what to speak and how to speak. You can't speak whatever in the court. Today, Dr. Julian was mentioning. I could see that. See, once you file a petition, once you file a suit in the trial court, it goes to the higher court, it goes to the highest court. It takes almost 20 years' time. Why? People will have to understand the issue, and what you can tell the court in 2 minutes, 3 minutes, you are taking 3 hours' time. You must be in a position to abridge. You must be in a position to know how to put across your point, simple point, with all clarity. There lies your success. I was mentioning about the Demosthenes. He was born in Greece when Alexander the Great was the king over there. When he was born, he was a stammerer. He was not able to speak properly. He can't speak with articulation. One day he went to court, even there in Greece. There was a time, even 300 years before the Christ was born, Alexander the Great was there. That time also they had the court system. He went into the court and there was a heated exchanges. He was inspired and he was attracted to become an advocate, but he was a stammerer. He was not able to speak properly. But he was advised, take the pebbles and put it in your mouth and practice speeches. He did one thing. He just came into his house. He's shaven. You go and read the history of Demosthenes. He's shaven half of his hair. You know why? Even if a very bad situation arises, he must ensure that he is not going out because he has shaven half of his head. Because he was practicing very seriously. He practiced speeches. putting the pebbles in his pocket. Look at the history. His hard work has paid heavy dividend. He became one of the best orators in the world, the first orator, Demosthenes. I am not going to Demosthenes. Come to Mahatma Gandhiji. 1891, he came from London as a barrister. When he came back to India, his relatives, family people, friends, everybody went to Bombay to receive him because that was a place only we can have, the port. All ships from London came to Mumbai. People received him because he is a barrister, 1891. They advised him, don't come to Port Panthali, come here, come to Mumbai. Practice over here. The first case was given to him. What was the first case? The mummy boy. She was one of the defendants in a suit for partition. And then he was appearing as a first lawyer defending a defendant. Chief examination was over. The chief examination, the plaintiff is over. Gandhi has to cross-examine the plaintiff's witnesses. He was appearing in the small cause court. Please keep it in mind that he was not appearing before the high court. He was not appearing before the district court. He was appearing only before the small causes court, the smallest court in the country, the small causes court. He charged 30 rupees. Look at it. In 1891, 30 rupees is not ordinary amount. Even today, 30 rupees is a large amount, big amount. In 1891, Mahatma Gandhiji was given one case by an agent and he charged a fee of 30 rupees because he was a barrister. So people expected that he is a barrister, he does wonderful cross-examination, he will present the case successfully. When the turn came to Mahatma Gandhiji to cross-examine the plaintiff's witnesses, he was standing up from his seat. The judge was looking at him. Yes, Mr. Gandhi, please proceed. He was trying to speak, but he was not even able to utter one single word. He was trying, and then the judge was looking at him, laughing at him. And the entire bar, the people assembled, the lawyers assembled in the court, started looking at him, ridiculing him. He said, he apologized to the court, and then he apologized to the mummy boy, saying that, I'm so sorry, I'm not having the courage to argue the case. So he kindly engaged Mr. Patel, and then he walked up to the court. And he returned the money, very important. 30 rupees he returned. And then he requested the agent and the client to engage another lawyer, Patel. He was not waiting to see whether his client is winning the case or losing the case, got out of the place. Ultimately, he said, until I get courage, I will not accept any case. 6 months he stayed in Mumbai. He was not able to appear. He went back to Porpandal. In Rajghat, he started practicing, and then again, it was not successful. Very disappointing. Look at the problem. A lawyer who was not even able to attend the case, he was not able to conduct the case, ran away from India. Look at it. He went to South Africa. And in South Africa, he suffered a lot. He appeared before the courts, not only for him, for others. He emerged as not only a national leader, world leader, global leader. Why? Because of his continuous practice. He practiced number of times what to speak before the court. I am not going to even Mahatma Gandhi. Come back to Nani Palhiwala. I don't know how many people are aware of Nani Palhiwala, the constitutional expert. Constitutional expert, 1920, he was born in Mumbai. 2 reasons I must tell you. There are 3 messages in this small short story. A lawyer, a young lawyer, you must know. He hailed from very poorest of the poor family. It's not an ordinary family. He was not born with a silver spoon. His family was only a carpenter's family, building only palanquin. You know palanquin? Only carpenter's family. When he was born in 1920, and then with great difficulty, he got educated. and then he studied law. After becoming law, he was suffering from this stammering problem, like Demosthenes. He was advised to practice speeches. He started putting up pebbles in his mouth and then practice speeches again and again. Ultimately, he got over the stammering problem. I am telling you for this reason. And then, in 12th June 1973, when former Prime Minister Indira Gandhi was found guilty of the electoral malpractices by the Allahabad High Court, Justice Sinha. You know why? Because she was a Prime Minister. Remember, a lawyer has to be a lawyer above even a Prime Minister. You can't be a lawyer. You can't just like that take your food and then go there and then meet people and come back. You must have a principle. See, the former Prime Minister of India, she was a sitting Prime Minister of India, Indira Gandhi. Allegation put against her was that in UP, she has misused the collector's office. She has misused the collector's vehicle. The collector was also doing the campaigning work in Allahabad. This has been taken up, photographs have been taken, and it has been presented before the court, Raj Narayanan. That Justice Sinha has ultimately come to the conclusion that the allegation put against Indira Gandhi was true. Ultimately found her guilty of the electoral malpractices. And finally, you know what happened? She debarred her. Nobody else can do it today. This is one of the best judgments. Every one of you should read it now. The Justice Sinha, sitting in the High Court, he said, Prime Minister, you may be a sitting Prime Minister, but you have committed all the electoral malpractices. Therefore, finding her guilty of the electoral malpractices, debarred her from contesting from any election for 6 long years, either as a MLA or as a MP. She lost her case. Who was the lawyer? There was a lawyer called Pandit Kanhaiyalal Mishra, one of the greatest lawyers. He was also another barrister. He fell ill. The people used to say, the Pandit Kanhaiyalal Mishra, who was a barrister, who was conducting the case of Indira Gandhi, he was not able to go to the court because he fell ill. As a result, the matter was to be handled by one Kare, S.K. Kare. The allegation, again, they say that had Pandit Kanhaiyalal Mishra conducted the case, he would have won the case. But since the matter was given to Kare, he was not able to handle it. As a result, the Indira Gandhi lost the case. And then what happened? The matter has to go to Supreme Court. In Supreme Court, Nani Palkiwala comes into picture. In Supreme Court, the matter was given to Nani Palkiwala. Now the message comes to you. As a lawyer, you must know. Nani Palkiwala goes to the court. He says that he is a sitting Prime Minister of India. You can't just like that an outlaw. You cannot remove her. Therefore, you have to grant stay of the order passed by Justice Sinha. Ultimately, the Supreme Court entertained the appeal, and then they granted a conditional stay. What is a conditional stay? Mrs. Indira Gandhi can go into the parliament, but she has no right to vote, she has no right to speak. Then what is that? When she can't even cast her vote, she can't even speak. What is the purpose of winning the case? What is the purpose of conducting the case? What is the purpose of getting the stay order? Immediately, she imposed emergency. Look at the beauty of the lawyer comes in. She said, Article 14 of the Constitution of India guaranteeing equality is cancelled, suspended. Article 21 giving guarantee the personal life and personal liberty, suspended. Look at it. Today, if you are going to appear for the Chief Minister, if you are going to appear for the MLA, if you are going to appear for the MP, everybody will be running, and even 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock will be waiting in their queue, in their houses. Sitting Prime Minister of India, Nani Palgiwala was arguing the case and got this conditional order, but then Indira Gandhi imposed curfew, emergency, suspending Article 14, suspending Article 21. A lawyer, I am opposing the way in which you are imposing emergency, written in the brief now. Look at it. Who will do it? If Nani Palgiwala continued to appear for Indira Gandhi, he could have become law minister. Yes, even more than that also. The next day he said, I am just refusing to appear for Indira Gandhi because she has no right whatsoever. Because my country is more important. The personal liberty of my citizens are more important. I am not going to appear for her. Throw her brief. And then he returned the brief. That type of caliber one has to have it now. You are a lawyer, has to have some principle. That principle every one of you should adopt in your lifetime. Not only that, in 1973, His Holiness Kesavananda Bharati case was argued before Supreme Court. 32 days, single-handedly, he stood up like this and argued the case. Ultimately, he paved the way. He said that the basic structure of the Constitution cannot be challenged. What is the basic structure? The right to move freely, right to speak freely, right to form association, right to carry on our practice, profession. We can't just suspend it. And then the government has introduced 24th and 25th Amendment. I hope you people may not be able to appreciate what is this 24th Amendment and 25th Amendment. The court said, see, there is an article called 368. It gives enormous power to Parliament to enact law. That power, by using that power given under Article 368 of the Constitution, the Parliament made law, even taking away the power of the High Court, Supreme Court, taking away the fundamental rights. He argued, Mr. Nani Palgiwala, who was a stammerer when he was born in 1920. In 1973, he was only 53-year-old man. Please understand that. He was only 27 years practice in the bar. Please appreciate that. It is not necessary that only at the age of 80, only at the age of 90, a lawyer has to make contribution. When he was just having 27 years practice in the bar, he has laid down the law, not only for India, for the whole world. You know why? The second part of Article 25 has been struck down by the Constitution, by the court, which no High Court, no Supreme Court in the world has done it. Please appreciate that. The judgment, His Holiness Kesavananda Bharati case is one of the landmark judgment, not only to you, to the entire world. Because it tells to every High Court, every Supreme Court in other country, saying that, see, the courts are supposed to protect the personal liberty. Court has to take care of the citizen's right if it is reasonable. This is how you have to think about it. A man who was not even able to speak properly, and he has made a huge, immense contribution to the society, to you and to me and to the coming generation. This is how you have to think about it. These are all the responsibilities. A lawyer, you have to keep it in mind before stepping into the noble profession. I wish you all the best. I have spoken, I have taken so much of time. And I wish you all the best to become one of the legendary lawyers, one of the iconic lawyers in the profession, like Mahatma Gandhi, like Nani Palgiwala. I wish you must emerge. And then if you are becoming like a lawyer like Nani Palgiwala, you will be remembered. Not only you. This university will remember you. Your village will be remembering you. Your parents, your friends will be remembering you. The India will be remembering you. To that expectation, I just request you, be sincere and have some principle, and then this noble profession should get benefit out of you. All the best. Thank you very much for the opportunity given.